Biography of Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson was born on April 13, 1743, in Shadwell, Virginia. He was the third of 10 children born to Peter Jefferson, a planter and surveyor, and Jane Randolph. Jefferson was a brilliant student, and he attended the College of William and Mary in Williamsburg, Virginia. After completing his education, Jefferson became a lawyer and was elected to the Virginia House of Burgesses in 1769. He quickly established himself as a prominent political figure and became a strong advocate for colonial rights. During the American Revolution, Jefferson served as a delegate to the Continental Congress and was appointed to the committee responsible for drafting the Declaration of Independence. He is credited with writing the majority of the document, which declared the colony's independence from Great Britain. In 1779, Jefferson was elected as governor of Virginia, a position he held until 1781. During his tenure, he implemented a number of reforms, including the abolition of primogeniture and entail, which allowed for the equal distribution of property. Jefferson served as the United States Minister to France from 1785 to 1789, where he became acquainted with many of the leading figures of the Enlightenment. He returned to the United States in 1789 and was appointed as the first Secretary of State under President George Washington. In 1800, Jefferson was elected as the third President of the United States, defeating John Adams. During his presidency, he oversaw the Louisiana Purchase, which doubled the size of the country, and he championed the principles of limited government and individual freedom. Jefferson retired from politics in 1809 and spent the rest of his life at his home, Monticello, in Virginia. He continued to write and correspond with friends and colleagues, and he died on July 4, 1826, the same day as his fellow founding father and political rival, John Adams. Jefferson is remembered as one of the most important figures in American history, and he is credited with helping to shape the nation's political and cultural identity. He is also recognized for his contributions to science, architecture, and education. Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson was the third President of the United States, serving from 1801 to 1809. He is widely regarded as one of the most influential and important founding fathers, and his contributions to American history and culture are numerous. Before his presidency, Jefferson played a key role in the American Revolution and the drafting of the Declaration of Independence. He was a staunch advocate for liberty and individual rights, and his writings on these subjects, including the Declaration itself, helped to shape the political philosophy of the United States. As president, Jefferson is perhaps best known for his role in the Louisiana Purchase, which doubled the size of the United States and established its claim to a vast expanse of territory in the West. He also sought to reduce the power of the federal government, cut taxes, and promote free trade and agriculture. He is also remembered for his efforts to expand public education and promote scientific inquiry, including his founding of the University of Virginia. Despite these accomplishments, Jefferson's legacy is complicated by his record on slavery. He owned hundreds of enslaved people over the course of his life, and he believed that African Americans were intellectually and morally inferior to whites. However, he also expressed support for gradual emancipation and believed that slavery was a moral evil that should be abolished. Jefferson's contributions to American culture are many and varied. He was an accomplished architect, musician, and writer, and his home at Monticello is considered one of the most beautiful and innovative examples of American architecture. He was also a prolific writer, and his letters, essays, and other writings are considered some of the most important and influential in American history. Today, Jefferson's legacy is celebrated and debated in equal measure. His commitment to liberty and individual rights continues to inspire generations of Americans, while his complex record on slavery and race remains a topic of ongoing discussion and reflection. Nonetheless, his influence on American politics, culture, and society is undeniable, and his place in the pantheon of American heroes is secure. Thomas Jefferson was the third President of the United States, serving from 1801 to 1809. He was a key figure in the American Revolution and played an important role in shaping the early years of the nation's history. Some of his notable achievements include authorship of the Declaration of Independence. Jefferson is best known for his role in drafting the Declaration of Independence, which laid out the principles of American democracy and declared the colony's independence from Great Britain. The document has been a touchstone of American political thought ever since and is widely regarded as one of the most important documents in American history. Expansion of the United States. Jefferson oversaw the Louisiana Purchase in 1803, which more than doubled the size of the United States and gave the country control of the Mississippi River and the port of New Orleans. He also dispatched the Lewis and Clark expedition to explore and map the newly acquired Western territories. Promotion of religious freedom. Jefferson was a strong advocate for religious freedom and separation of church and state. He authored the Virginia Statute for Religious Freedom, which established freedom of religion as a fundamental right in Virginia and served as a model for similar laws in other states. Support for public education. Jefferson believed that education was essential for a free and democratic society, and he supported the establishment of public schools and universities. He helped to found the University of Virginia, which was the first public university in the United States. Support for limited government. Jefferson believed in limited government and a strict interpretation of the Constitution. He sought to reduce the power and influence of the federal government, and his administration reduced the size and scope of the military and government bureaucracy. Overall, Thomas Jefferson's accomplishments as a writer, statesman, and defender of democracy helped to shape the course of American history and establish the foundations of the United States as a democratic republic. His legacy as a champion of individual rights, religious freedom, and limited government continues to be celebrated and debated to this day.